36 hours. That's how long they vanished. 5 college friends drove to Lake Blackwell. They came back as 4. Then the 5th one came back later, barefoot, quiet, acting normal, like nothing happened. This was October 2022, and nobody talks about it. The group left Knoxville on Friday. 2 guys, 3 girls, all seniors at Tennessee. They camped on the North Shore, made a fire, took one last photo, everyone smiling. That was the last post. Around midnight, they heard a sound. Not an animal, a low hum. Chris, one of the guys, said it sounded mechanical, like a generator deep in the woods. But there were no roads out there, no cabins either, just trees. At 3 in the morning, Chris woke up. His tent was vibrating. He stepped outside. The fire was out, the air was still, and the lake was glowing. Not bright, just pale blue-green, like something under the surface was breathing. The whole group stood there and watched it. Then it stopped. The hum stopped too. Everything went dark again. Nobody slept after that. In the morning, they found something new. A perfect circle of dead grass, about 15 feet wide. Every blade bent the same way. The ground was warm. Chris took photos. The sheriff later added them to the report. No explanation. They decided to leave. All except Abby. She walked toward the circle. Chris told her not to. She said she'd just look. She knelt down, touched the grass. Then she stood up, turned toward the woods, and walked in. Not fast, not scared, just straight ahead, like she knew the way. They searched for hours. Nothing. No trail, no footprints, no sign she ever entered the trees. Abby Moran had walked into the woods and ceased to exist. The search continued for 2 days. Her parents drove up from Memphis. The story made local news briefly, but was framed as a missing hiker. Nobody mentioned the glowing lake. Nobody mentioned the circle. Nobody mentioned the hum. On Monday morning, 72 hours after she'd disappeared, a truck driver spotted a young woman walking barefoot along Highway 9. It was Abby. She was dehydrated. Her feet were cut. She was wearing the same clothes she'd had on Friday night. But she was calm. She wasn't crying. She wasn't disoriented. She was walking in a straight line, heading south, like she was going somewhere specific. The paramedics who examined her found no serious injuries. Her core temperature was slightly elevated, 99.8, which is unusual for someone who'd been outdoors for 3 days in October without shelter. She had no insect bites, no sunburn, no scratches from brush or branches. For someone who had allegedly spent 3 days lost in dense Appalachian forest, she was in remarkably clean condition. When asked where she'd been, Abby said she didn't know. When asked what she remembered, she said she remembered touching the grass, and then she remembered walking on the highway. Everything else was gone. Not blurry, gone. Abby finished school. She never camped again. Chris transferred. He never talked about it. The others stayed quiet too. The official report calls it resolved. That's it. 1 line. No real answer. Lake Blackwell is still open. The campsites are still there. So if you ever go and you hear that hum at night, do not follow it. And if you see a circle in the grass, do not touch it, because Abby did. And she